Set in Swallow Street, offering great views of Regent Street in Piccadilly Circus, Veeraswamy is the oldest Indian restaurant in the UK. It was first established by Edward Palmer in the year 1926. Veeraswamy has always been associated with the royalty, as it was opened on the same day as the Queen's birthday in April 1926. Notable personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, Charlie Chaplin, Sarojini Naidu, Queen of Jaipur, and many other kings and royalties from India have paid a visit to this restaurant since its establishment. Today, it is owned by the company M.W. Eat, which has three owners: Ranjit Mathrani, his wife Namita Panjabi, and sister-in-law Camellia Panjabi. The chairman, Mr. Mathrani, takes us on the tour of Veeraswamy and explains how it still resembles the royalty and diversity of India.
India, in its and the diversity of India as it was at that time, or in the 20s and 30s, and to convey the texture of India. Now, these paintings are very interesting. They are Kalighat paintings from Bengal, and what is unusual about them is they show that when people think India was a repressed country of structured relationships, and here you've got two or three things. You've got women beating men. You've got women taller than men. You've got the sense of combination of the fact of that it's not a male-dominated society. You've got women sort of relatively openly dressed. And so these were just slightly sexually quite advanced. This was done in Bengal in the 20s and 30s. And so we said, let's bring it in here to show that India is not just a state country. This is really representative of the history of Veeraswamy. These are all the Maharajas in their regalia and dress in the 20s and 30s, and these would have come to Britain and eaten Veeraswamy at that time. Obviously not dressed like that, but this evokes the palatial splendors of India. That's why we have it here portrayed in this way. These chandeliers, the Maharajas in their palaces used to have the chandeliers done originally from Murano in Italy. And then the demand for them increased so much that you had Indian glassmakers, in this case in Delhi, making chandeliers for Maharaja's palaces, copying the Murano chandeliers of before. And we had this from the same glassmaker in India who made these chandeliers for Maharajas. Again evoking the 20s. As you see, these are handi lights, which are very much a part of the palaces in India. There, together with the chandeliers, and they are evoking that style. And the tables, tops, they're ebony. And again, because ebony was something which was used as dark wood in the palace, and obviously we've adapted it and done it in a very different style. These are tangible paintings, which again we got because we want to show the diversity of Indian, the richness of Indian cultural achievements as well. And these tangible paintings also reflect that.
Then, Mr. Mathrani showed us the private dining room on the first floor, which is generally reserved for the parties having more than 20 guests. The ambience of this room resembles the royal palaces of Rajasthan.
This is our private room, where we try to bring it all together, where we're trying to reflect with the combination of lights, the carpets, the chandeliers, the decoration, the sideboards. By the way, these elephants were part of Veeraswamy, 1926. They were used as stools for children to sit there on that side with a little cushion, and so we have kept them here as well. But this is very much evoking the luxuriousness of a palace, a palatial room in Rajasthan. The customers love this room because for them, it conveys to them they are in a world, they're in a fantasy. They are outside their normal experience. They're transported into another environment. And by the way, that's something we try and do in our restaurants.